side from Victor Marathoner, and today we have a new video of running gear review, this time PODS. They are from a brand called Shift, SHFT, and it measures all kind of data, gait cycle, how you land, angle, everything. We'll see the data after, and they have been lent to me by Ruben, my running buddy from my hometown. So I'll be testing them out this week to see how my running form is. Basically they consist of two pods, one you wear on your chest strap and the other on the right shoe. So then you pair them with your phone, and I'll be doing the first run 3 by 6 minutes coach. That's why you need the phone, you need the earbuds, headphones, and let's see how it goes. Really excited about this to see how my running form is. Okay, so the coach instructor, because actually these pods are part of a company that provides virtual coaching to improve running form, said first 5 minutes warm-up, easy pace, no problem. Then 2 minutes they would analyze without any coaching instruction my running technique, and then they provide in this 3 times 6 minutes with 2 minutes break in between, which I'm on the first one, on which area should be improved. And after that 2 minutes, they, to my really no surprise, recommended to focus on cadence. I think I've mentioned in many videos, on easy pace I'm 158, 160 strides per minute, and I've been asked to work and shorten the stride length, to work between 160 to 167. So now it's second lap, and it gives you tips like, increase the speed of the arm swing to not only shorten the stride length but keep the pace up. So see you in a bit. Second 6 minutes. Okay, so second technical run done, and this is purely focusing on the form and cadence, and I went to 169 strides per minute, so very good, as the first time was 162 to 167, and second one 5 increase. So let's go now, lap 3. So here we can see the Shift Running PODS portal interface. All the data is recorded there and uploaded when you finish the workout via the mobile app. And you can see the first 3 had 0 kilometers. So I had issues with the, GPS from the phone app, not really getting, because these pods have no GPS or any pace tracking. They rely on the phone system, so that's why you can see pace is 0 and all the related data. But everything that doesn't rely on, let's say, velocity, it's working well, and all the data is there. You can play around. One interesting, it's I was classified as neutral midfoot. That's how I think I land, and you can see different metrics. But then I was checking one run versus another, and I was very interested to see that
whilst in this one you can see the GPS was working on the phone and synchronizing with the pod, so all the pace map is there. I was heel striker, so I cannot believe that I changed so much from one run to the next. And the first run I showed was from the 3x6 minutes coaching practice. This is a normal run without coaching mode, but I'm no way heel striker in that sense. So overall, what are my thoughts on the shift pods? First, it was a bit tricky to pair with the phone, but after 3 runs I managed to get it sorted and data was recording, uploading properly. But I see the software is still not 100% reliable, at least not for my runs. It was very different from one run to the next in terms of some of the metrics. Plus, I do not like to run with so much gear on me. The phone, the headphones, if you want to hear the coaching instructions. And that's the main purpose of these running pods, really. So why I put this picture on? Because now I've decided to do a comparison and I ordered one STRYD pods. So this is a different use case for having a running pod. The first one is literally to have a virtual coach helping you to improve your running form. So all the data is geared towards that, but because there's no synchronization with Garmin Connect at all, you need to have your phone with you and you need to have some headphones to listen into the coaching instructions. There's no cues on your phone at all. There's no software synchronization with that. Then I guess the market leader in terms of power training and measuring of power output of your runs is STRYD. So I decided, okay, let's try that out and give it a go. So let's have a look.
So, unboxing day, and we have the STRYD pods, or pod, should I say. So yeah, some instructions. So you can see here we have the pod. These are the clips, the clip to strap it to your shoelaces, and of course the USB charger. So yeah, let's try them out. It's very easy. It comes with 2 clips, one in orange color, one in black. So because I have this Hoka in orange, I will just try the orange color first. It looks like very easy. So you just slide this clip under the laces, so this hole is not obstructed, and then you just need to first put the pod, which is very light, although slightly heavier, maybe a couple of grams more than the shift, and then press until you hear click, and that's it. That's secured now, and yeah, all done. So now let's synchronize with the phone and go for a test run. But the main thing today is testing the shift pods as we saw in the previous runs, plus compare them with STRYD pods. So I have both the shift and the STRYD pod in my right shoe. The shift also have one that I'm attaching to my chest HR monitor strap. They come with their own strap, but yeah, I've just moved the HR slightly to the left, so the shift pod is in the middle as recommended by the vendor. So yeah, let's see how they go. Here the STRYD interface. I think the software, as you can see, is more advanced than the shift interface. You can see there's a calendar view, and I've already tested in 4 different runs. So in here, similar, it's automatically picking up the maps.
And it's supposed to be very, very accurate, not relying on GPS from the phone or anything, just the pace, the cadence, stride length, etc. to really nail down the distances. In fact, it's also recommended for treadmill. You can see, again, lots of different data points, very, very similar to the data from the shift. But what is very, very interesting for me is, I think this is more accurate in terms, especially the power. The other was not so much consistent, and this is because these PODS also take into consideration the elevation and the wind when it comes to power measurement, and that makes a huge difference. So let's go to the Sunday long run, where there were very strong winds, and you can see that in some of the splits the power was going really up, and this is mainly due to the wind. So yeah, that's important. But the other important factor for me to really like, and I've started to play around with it, is it can recommend a training plan for you based on the number of hours you can dedicate per week, based on which day of the week you do the long run, how many days per week you run, how many rest days you plan, and it can also work out, still I have no data, if you have a race, you can upload the race and it will predict a potentially target time and pacing strategy for your race. So overall, I think I will keep the STRYD, and mainly because this is fully integrated also with Garmin Connect, so I do not need to carry my phone with me or headphones. I can just get these training plans synchronized with the Garmin, and I will get a new STRYD app on the Garmin that synchronized with the training plan and just try a new way of training instead of heart rate or pace based on power. You can see it's already calculated what my critical power is. This will be refined in the first 90 days of runs, and also the zones I will be training on. And automatically it suggests you what's your target training workouts for the week based on your target, which for me is, as you know, 3rd of April Hanover marathon. So it automatically calculated the next 3 weeks for me, and you can see this last week is very easy. So taper, this is also reducing in volume but not intensity, which is very good to see. And this week I just removed the 19th because I have a surprise, but that will be a matter for another video. So to sum up, I prefer, at least in the version they have today, the STRYD running PODS, because it gives me similar data, but I think it's more reliable. It takes into account elevation and wind, and I do not need to have with me the additional gear like phone or headphones. Having a virtual coach is also interesting, but probably something to look at in the future when I'm in a off season, when I dedicate more of my time to improve my running form. I think the next few months for me is about still getting fitter and ready for the next races. So that's it for me. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you use running PODS, if you use them at all, and any recommendations, because I start the journey with this. So thanks for listening. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Share it with your friends. and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.